Welcome to Tweet of the Week. I am joined today by Jeremy Brown, a man with many titles that we see in many places in Frederick County Public Schools. But today, Jeremy is here as the teacher coordinator for the Youth Apprenticeship Program. And during the day, he is at Linganore High School serving as the work-based coordinator. Jeremy, thank you so much for being here. And don't worry, everybody who's on student council, I know he does that for you too. But today you're talking about a tweet that had to do with the Youth Apprenticeship Program.
Correct. We're at the kind of start of a new semester. So last week we had all our applications due in from the students for the positions for the spring semester. We had 31 students across the county apply for positions with 14 different employers, and we're starting to hear back now as the semester changes, people getting employed with their apprenticeship position, and there's a lot of excitement about some new employers coming on board and some old employers taking new students.
And I think the word of mouth is getting the message out there that this is a wonderful opportunity for our students to be able to get high school credit by putting in enough hours with an employer who is also going to pay them real money for the work they do.
Correct.
And so can you give an example of some of the different types of apprenticeships that we've had in the past?
Sure thing. And I think you nailed it right on the head with getting the word out what apprenticeship is today. It's basically any kind of skilled trade or skilled activity that an employer could teach a student and pay them while they teach them. So we have students, we've had students in manufacturing, we've had students in marketing, we've had students work with some different people in the business world here in Frederick County, automotive, plumbing, HVAC. But we're also branching out now. We have students working this semester applying for positions in accounting. We have some students applying for positions to be real estate appraisals. So we're looking at some different, as the program begins to grow, we're in our third year, new employers are realizing that this is a good way to tap into the Frederick County student force to get our future labor force for Frederick County, and they pay them and train them and then hope they'll come back in some way, shape, or form and keep working with them,
Absolutely.
Either before or after college.
You know, there's a lot to be said for that grow your own concept when you get
Yes.
someone to start at a young age, and then you can provide them with opportunities and training. And I know we recently had the Youth Apprenticeship Summit, and we got to recognize students who had participated and their employers. And I think employers are talking to other employers, students are talking to other students, but I will share with you that my favorite was as the students came across, I kept saying, you know, well, what did you really enjoy, or what was your biggest surprise with this experience? And the young man who was doing a plumbing apprenticeship said to me, I had no idea how much money they make. So again, you just never know. And you had one student, I recall, who really wasn't sure what he wanted to do. And how did the apprenticeship program impact
The apprenticeship program is great for students who come to school. They like going to school, they do well, they get decent grades, but they really don't know what they want to do. They haven't found that spark, they haven't found that passion. And if they kind of have an interest, this young man you're talking about, he had an interest in kind of building and fixing and using his hands. And he took a chance and went to work with the manufacturing business here in Frederick County at Phoenix Meccano and just took off. And he kind of changed the trajectory of what he was doing, and he's still employed with them now 2 years later. And we have a lot of success stories of students that kind of weren't really sure what was next. You know, a lot of kids think, you know, everybody's college or everybody's going to go just find a job right away, and kind of can blend the two together with apprenticeship, and you can find your way right to a paying job that will give you a livable wage, and then you can also then work college into it as well. We have a few students who have continued working with FMH after the apprenticeship program is finished, and they're helping now those students pay for college as they continue to work.
So a lot of benefits can come from this. So if a student wants to find out more, who do they contact?
There's a lot of ways you can find out more. Of course, you can check it out on the FCPS website. There's a whole section just for youth apprenticeship. In their buildings, they could talk to their school counselors who will give them some basic information, but the best person in their school building to talk to is their work-based learning coordinator, who'd be able to help them with making sure their resume is just right and their cover letter and their application to get ready. And we're excited. We're hoping to have a really big, strong push this summer and get a lot of kids out this summer starting apprenticeships that then they can continue into the fall, into their senior year.
And I know we even had a few of those students
Yes,
working with us in
FCPS is one of our business partners as well. In fact, I was going to have a student with me today, but he just finished the program. He finished his 450 hours in the program and at the end of the semester, And he had a little celebration that he had to attend, so he was unable to join me to talk
And
about
I'm sure it
apprenticeship.
was a bittersweet celebration because I know the team loved having him here
Yes.
to work with. So students, if you are interested or even just curious, please talk to the work-based coordinator or the counselor at your school and look at all the things you can find out on Twitter. Not just about great things happening in the school system, but here we had a tweet that could open a whole new world for a lot of folks. So keep following us on Twitter, and we hope you will join us for the next Tweet of the Week.